How's the day going? I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for clicking on this reaction. My name is Edwin Rock DJ. I'm a Kenyan rock DJ, professional rock DJ here in Kenya for about 10 years. I've played in clubs, concerts, TV, radio. I wanted to check out this video that YouTube will not stop showing me this thumbnail on my recommended every time. Like whenever I'm just on YouTube, I keep seeing this thumbnail. The title is Why Everyone Hates Genshin Players. I actually like videos that discuss negatively about something because I want to hear what the other people think on the other side. So for more Genshin content,
Welcome back to
for more
another video.
Genshin content, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Let me rewind this. This is coming from the channel called Naringto. Okay. Let me just see because YouTube won't stop. Just keeps shoving it in my face. Let's go.
Welcome back to another video. I was just sitting there gaming and whatnot, just playing the game. I don't remember exactly what game that I was playing. But while I was sitting there, I was bored, wondering to myself, just a random thought. Why do people actually hate Genshin the way they do? Genshin players.
Come again?
People actually hate Genshin the way they do. Genshin players.
Yeah, this clip is from the movie The Whale, where Brendan Fraser plays a really obese man who just sits all day and is on his computer.
Everybody see Genshin players the exact same. Even people that don't even play games will see Genshin players the exact same way.
You look like someone who would play League of Legends. You look like a Genshin Impact enjoyer. Have you ever played that?
Fat, smelly, don't take showers, don't know the age of consent, literally everywhere. It's like a...
Don't know the age of consent. That is cold, bruh.
Fat, smelly, don't take showers, don't know the age of consent, literally everywhere. It's like a new League of Legends stepped into town or something. We're at a point in time where Genshin is kind of getting the My Hero treatment. The normal people at Genshin won't say, hey, yeah, I play Genshin, because they know the kind of backlash they'll get. It's not stupidly serious backlash, but you'll get that.
This mofo plays Genshin.
Ew, you're cringe. You play Genshin? This is what people think.
I have something for you, but promise not to get mad. Roll on lotion and soap. So funny.
Now, I'm not a guy who usually uses social media. I don't like social media. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, so on and so forth. I personally don't like to use any of it. I can see stuff that's going on in it, but I wouldn't spend my spare time surfing it. So out of boredom and curiosity, I decided to go on an adventure and find out things about Genshin and why people hate Genshin. Is there really a bunch of pedos on there? Is it really that bad? Well, starting off all of this, let's just go back for a sec. Genshin released September of 2020. First day, there were 16 million players.
Whoa.
Talking about you had huge streamers playing the game too, like Pokimane, XQC, bringing even more attraction to the game. If you think about that, that's a shit ton of people that's already playing the game. Genshin is a lot of people's first gacha game and first anime.
I'm that guy. The very first time I heard of a gacha game, it was Genshin. Yep.
Anime game in general. Some people don't even watch anime, but they decided, all right, I'm gonna download Genshin. Before a bunch of people got on the game, people mainly hated Genshin because it was a quote-unquote Breath of the Wild copycat. Some of the people who were hardcore Breath of the Wild fans just saw Genshin as a copy of Breath of the Wild. They saw it as gacha.
Wait a minute. Genshin is Breath of the Wild, but for Discord mods. That's very funny.
Fans just saw Genshin as a copy of Breath of the Wild. They saw it as gacha anime Breath of the Wild, or Breath of the Wild with anime bitches inside of them. But the issue here is that
I do Breath of the Wild, but with the bitches. I'm sorry. This is very funny. This is very funny.
Genshin as a copy.
Why the fuck is there a game made for 11-year-olds on my timeline? Like, bruh, the fuck is this Legend of Zelda? BOTW copy bullshit.
of Breath of the Wild. They saw it as gotcha anime Breath of the Wild, or Breath of the Wild with anime bitches inside of them. But the issue here is that a lot of the open world games was just starting to be labeled as Breath of the Wild copycat. Anytime there's open world, oh, they're trying so hard to be Breath of the Wild.
Let me see. Okay.
Breath of the Wild. I never played Breath of the Wild, so I can't really have an opinion.
I've also never played Breath of the Wild, so I would have never known it was a clone of Genshin until I had people saying that.
After a certain amount of time...
Sorry. I would have never known that Genshin is a clone of Breath of the Wild, or that's how people describe it.
I never played Breath of the Wild, so I can't really have an opinion. After a certain amount of time, Breath of the Wild isn't the only thing that was a problem. It was also the fact that it's a gacha, and some people just absolutely hate gacha games. Some people say that there's too many kids inside of the game, or there's too many girls that look underage inside of the game, but then they pull the, she's actually 3,000 years old. Funny enough, there actually is one character inside of the game that looks like
I was about to say Nahida. Yeah, Nahida.
a kid, but is actually 500 years old or something. Does that mean that you're allowed to loot her or whatever? No. Now, do people actually forget the age of consent inside of Genshin? Sadly, they do. There has been instances where somebody forgot the age of consent. I have two main people here. First is a guy who was a content creator. Really hard to find stuff on this guy. It's as if he never existed. Like he got wiped off of the face of the fucking internet. This guy here is Emery, or Amori. Amori was a guy who was growing pretty fast within the Genshin content creator space. He was getting between 200 to 300,000 views a video. He was considered a comfort YouTuber. He didn't really do anything stupidly special besides just enjoy the game. In my eyes, at least. It was just, you know, fun challenges and enjoying the game. But there was a problem, and that problem was him making sexual jokes towards, they call lolly. And lollies is just considered underage kid or underage girl. Lolly Khan is a guy who's into little girls. I'll get back to that later. This guy would sexualize the little kids inside of the games and also make sexual remarks towards them, but say that it was a quote-unquote joke about it. It didn't really get stupidly serious until like a day later. He went from growing rapidly fast to declining within a 2-day span. One of the mistakes that he made was having kid characters' thighs as a thumbnail. Literally their thighs as a thumbnail, and it was really obvious that it was the kids because you can see the clothes of the characters inside of there. There's also people coming out talking about how he's exposing minors to
a Chichi and Klee hentai video.
CP inside of his server, like lolly hentai and other stuff like that. There's some people that actually came out about it, saying their experiences with the guy and what he said and did inside of the server. This guy was 21 at the time. He was asking minors and whatnot for lewds and nudes and sexually talking to them. He also apparently did some weird poll about Klee, Dion, and Chi-Chi, which all three are kid characters. He made an apology video, and he also talked about deleting his Discord server within an hour. His apology video wasn't as much as an apology. It was just him sitting there saying he's stressed and he can't take it anymore. So he won't be making any more videos and whatnot. Here is the video.
Hey everyone, you can read the text if you want. This will probably be my last video, because honestly, I'm too stressed to keep doing this. I just want to thank you all for the support. Sorry, but this video is not going to be very interesting.
Now, absolutely no one accepted this guy's apology. Not a singular person said, it's okay. In fact, they shit on him even more and made fun of him. It was so bad to the point where he had to turn off the dislikes and the comments inside of there. And then like 5 hours later, he just deleted the entire channel. Even the biggest content creator at the time, Bwap, came out and said something about Amori. I used to watch some of your videos and I thought you were a good player, but you used your Discord and platform to groom minors. minors. Once Amori disappeared off of the face of the internet, everybody just kind of forgot about him. But there is speculation that this guy here, 4Leaf, is Amori undercover or something like that. I don't know. There's no like definitive proof that it is him. I won't bother with it. This is editing, Naruto, and I lied. I actually decided to check up on this channel a little bit. Turns out it actually is Amori. This is his other channel that he's been uploading to. It's not stupidly frequent that he uploads, but he's still alive and uploading. It's not stupidly frequent that he uploads, but he's still alive and uploading. I checked his YouTube lives, sounds exactly like him. And then you also have these comments. So do what you will with that. This person actually works for HoYoverse, the game developers of Genshin. Voice actor. He was a Chinese voice actor for a bird of a character. Bird inside of the game named Oz. Now what this guy did, I'm not 100% sure if he spoke to minors, did have relationships with multiple women while inside of a marriage. Marriage only lasted for 1 month. He was inside of a marriage for 1 month and then rizzed up some girls with his in-game voice. Fangirl was even on the verge of committing suicide after knowing his true nature. He's quite a famous voice actor. However, the scandal led to the cancellation of his contracts with many game companies and media houses. This one was quick and easy. It was real fast. However, the most recent voice actor, this guy got way out of line. This is probably the cringiest part of the entire video. The entire Genshin online community is really bad, but this one guy, I think he deserves a medal just for how bad he really is. My man Elliot over here, which was the Tainari voice actor for
Hey, bro's editing and commentary is very funny. Can play a whole game of chess on man's forehead.
English. Now this guy got caught with multiple minors, not just one or two, but multiple. His strategy for keeping them quiet would be, you know, just manipulating them and giving him self-pity. He would talk about cutting himself, or, you know, he's gonna commit suicide if they do so-and-so, making them feel guilty as if they have to stay there and try to comfort him and, you know, keep talking to him. Otherwise, something bad would happen to him. They would feel guilty of it. So Elliot stooped down so low to the point where he made sexual remarks about an 8-year-old to the 8-year-old's sister or brother. It said she left giggling to make more drawings. Elliot asked me, who was that? I told him she was my little sister. He said she would produce cute moans. I swear to God, my world shattered when I hear him. He kept saying lewd things that he imagined how it would be to have me and my sister under his touches. I honestly don't know how you even think of this stuff. It's like you don't think before you speak. I'm not gonna read too much of this because this is some next level cringe. This is an official voice actor for the hit game Genshin Impact. I see you, I'm gonna so hard. I think I've read enough for that guy. She replies, oh haha, I'm more into girls actually, so I don't really like that sort of stuff. He says, that's okay, I don't mind. I think that's pretty hot. You're allowed to fuck girls, just make sure she's hot. He says, you do know I'm 13, right? 13 question mark? Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'm gonna cut myself, sorry. When he got exposed and it was just spreading like wildfire on Twitter, he went to another minor that he was talking to saying, you're not talking to anyone about this, right? Sorry, buddy. Exposed the entire world. What makes this even more funny and amazing, Sven said, what do you want me to do for your forgiveness? You used to wrong your. She proceeds to correct his your. I love it. And said, you're nothing without me. Good luck getting this out because I'm deleting it. He did make an apology on Twitlonger, but the apology was ass. The apology meant nothing. No one cared for the apology. Not a single person accepted the apology. All right, so that was pretty much the like people who work for Hoyo and content creator side. Let's talk about the whole community now, which gets bullied the most. Now, real quick, there was a case of a man trying.
That is very like daring for someone to be working for HoYoverse and behaving like that.
to stab a Hoyo employee or a Hoyo staff member. But this actually wasn't because of Genshin Impact, but it had to do with Honkai Impact. When I first heard of this a while ago, I thought it had to do with Genshin, but apparently it really has to do with Honkai. Now this thing wasn't exactly big. Now the thing I'm gonna speak of has to do with Moga or Mogati. It used to be previously known as Mogati. I made a video before titled Triple Lolly Gameplay. It was Klee, Diona, and Chi-Chi on an adventure. It was absolutely nothing sexual going on. What Genshin players like to do is they like to
Here, King, you dropped your crown.
lynch people who says the word lolly. They automatically assume lolly to be short for lolicon, which doesn't make any sense because if you call a lolly, now you're saying that they're a lolicon, which you're calling them the pedophile, which that doesn't make sense. I've explained this before. Since it's a whole nother language, of course there's gonna be some mistranslation and other stuff like that, especially when there's idiots on the internet who researches absolutely nothing. It's like how you say cis, but there's also ciscon, so do you saying cis just automatically mean you're into your sister or something like that? Doesn't really make any sense, does it? Moga goes inside of his comment section. He's like, some of y'all need to lighten up. I've seen the term lolly used way more just as a simple descriptor as I'm doing here. You got idiots, they're not lollies, they're children. You just said they're not little girls, they're children. Now Moga, he simply deleted the video after a while. I don't know exactly how long, I can't find that. I don't think he made an apology. If I remember correctly, he did say sorry about it inside of another video, but it wasn't a whole video dedicated to it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I honestly do not know. He might have actually apologized. I think he did, but I'm just not 100% sure. Now, this community is something really, really special. Something is definitely wrong with the online vocal part of the community. As I've said before, the people who just sit there quietly and play the game. I've met some of those people, and those people are actually normal people. They don't do anything out of line or anything. They just simply sit there, enjoy game, and then continue on with their day. The other people who don't go outside and don't use any kind of brain cell, those are the weirdos. I'm talking about, you got people on TikTok making songs about killing content creators. You have bomb threats going to content creators, death threats going to content creators. There was a bomb threat that went out to a content creator. I don't remember the exact reason why this person got a bomb threat. Atsu, or Asian guy, got a bomb threat. It's like, hey, yeah, pipe bomb inside of your mailbox, by the way, haha. You have a surprise in your PO box. I covered this inside of the video that I made about Genshin Twitter a long time ago, but it's really not just content creators that has to go through this. It's also people who obviously work for fucking Hoyo. Voice actors for characters that's bad inside of the game, they have it tough. Instead of players being like, I hate this character, they instead go take their anger out on the person who voiced the character, which the person who voiced the character has nothing to do with the power of that character. It's like they remember, oh, this character is fictional, so I can't take my anger out on this character. So instead, I'm gonna take my anger out on the person who voices the character. The Chinese voice actress for Kokomi got harassed so badly to the point where she restricted chat inside of her stream. Another voice actress that ended up getting harassed was the voice actress for Dory. And then you have morons who tries to cancel a fictional character because of their ancestors. Not even because of the character story, but because of the ancestors. And if you want that character, you're supporting what their ancestors did. A character named Eula ancestors, they actually owned slaves apparently. And so people wanted to cancel Eula and dislike Eula because of that. Racism is a thing inside of the community too. It's most definitely a thing. A character is either too white or not dark enough. I've seen people make other characters who's not even even black go black and they'd be like, oh my gosh, she or he looks so good in black. I think the worst of them all though is the shippers. The people who ship characters are by far the worst. They are some real weirdos. People who think that, you know, every character is gay, lesbian, or something like that, and if you were to ship them with the opposite sex, you would actually get harassed pretty badly. If you even put a quote-unquote lesbian character with the guy inside of the same frame, dog, they will riot. Oh, that person's a lesbian. There is nothing on the character being lesbian. Not a single thing. You thought you were gonna get lynched for saying the word lolly? No. You're gonna get absolutely fucking crucified if you were to try to ship a quote-unquote lesbian character with the fucking male. Try shipping Ye with Ayato. To be honest, I don't think this community is filled with a bunch of pedophiles. I just think that it's filled with a bunch of fucking idiots. A lot of people inside of
Jeez.
this community, that's just, they need to have their internet access revoked. Some people just have too much freedom on the internet, man. So do I think there's a reason to actually hate this community? Yes, 100% I do. I believe that there is a serious reason to think that this community is really bad. But as I said before, it's because of the
Shh. Let the Genshin player talk. Go talk. Then you have. And then you have a trash bin talking.
the people who's way loud, and like the loud people are the weirdos. I mean, there's other big games and, you know, big animes, shows, whatever, and the community isn't incredibly fucking weird. But sadly, this game just had to get a bunch of weirdos, man. That's just how it is. If you're gonna play this game, then, you know, just keep to yourself, ignore the people online. It's a solo game. It's a PvE game. You can sit there and enjoy the game by yourself. There was other stuff that I could have put inside of the video, but I don't think that YouTube would like that. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, take your anger out on the like button and sub button. See you again next time.
Saying everyone hates Genshin players is such a huge overgeneralization. Anyway, all that stuff about the content creators and the employees at Hoyoverse, that's very, very disturbing. The opening of the video where he shows someone at I have a gift for you, but you're not gonna like it, and then presents you with soap and lawn. Yeah, I think Genshin requires a lot of hours invested for this game because of how big and expansive it is. But if you end up just sitting all day playing Genshin, you can become really engrossed and become out of touch with reality and really obsessed with the game, and that's not very good, is it? Very interesting editing. Anyway, if you enjoyed my reaction, make sure to smash like and subscribe. I'll try and leave the link for this video in the description section. It's from 1 year ago, but YouTube will not stop shoving it in my face. The thumbnail. I've reacted to other videos about Genshin. I'll leave them on screen or in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Tell me what you thought of this video. Interesting.